Chapter 1. The silence that's too loud. There's a silence creeping in. The kind that doesn't just hang in the air but presses down on your chest, leaving millions of fans gasping for clarity, as the world waits for an official update on David Roach, frontman of the hard rock band Junkyard. One thing has become painfully clear: something is wrong. And nobody's talking. A once vocal entourage, his bandmates, his fiancée, even hospital insiders, has gone completely quiet. No social media posts, no press releases, no hospital statements. Just nothing. Which begs the question every Roach fan is now whispering behind closed doors. Is this goodbye? Because when a rock icon disappears at the height of a life-threatening illness, and the world gets nothing but silence, the truth is rarely innocent. Chapter 2. Who is David Roach? Why does it hurt so much? To understand the weight of this moment, you have to understand the man. David Roach isn't just another voice in the metal scene. He's not a flash-in-the-pan frontman, he's a survivor. A man who sang his way through addiction, pain, resurrection, and revival. His work with Junkyard was more than music. It was therapy. It was anger. It was rebellion. It was survival set to rhythm. For fans, Roach wasn't just a lead singer, he was proof that broken men can still roar. So when news broke in early 2025 that he had been diagnosed with aggressive squamous cell carcinoma, a rare and fast-moving form of head and neck cancer, the world didn't just pause. It cried. Chapter 3. The diagnosis heard around the rock world. At first, the announcement was calm, controlled. His fiancée Jennifer issued a heartfelt message thanking fans and asking for prayers. "We're in for a fight. But David's a warrior," she said. And he was. He continued recording, joking with fans on Instagram, even sharing throwback memories. But behind the scenes, things were shifting fast. The cancer spread quickly, faster than even his doctors anticipated. By June 26, David was rushed to the hospital, reportedly with a high fever, uncontrollable cough, and severe difficulty swallowing. That was the last official update. Nothing has come since. Chapter 4. Hospitalized and hidden. The media blackout. Here's where things get strange. When most celebrities, even mid-tier ones, suffer a health scare, the updates come like clockwork. Tweets from loved ones, statements from PR reps, short interviews from doctors. But not here. With Roach, radio silent. No hospital press release, no official statement from Junkyard. Jennifer's Instagram, once active and filled with fan engagement, has gone dark. His bandmates, previously vocal, now offer no comment. Even his GoFundMe page, which was updated weekly, hasn't been touched in over 2 weeks. Chapter 5. Fans start asking the hard questions. The Roach Army, a loyal global fan base, noticed, and they aren't taking it lightly. He's either already gone, or they're hiding how bad it really is, one Redditor posted, gaining over 12,000 upvotes in 3 hours. Another fan tweeted, "When celebs die suddenly, it's never really sudden. It starts like this, silence, waiting. Then, the shock announcement. We see you." Hashtags started trending. Hashtag, where is David Roach? Hashtag, Roach funeral hours. Hashtag, is this goodbye? And with every day that passes, the pressure grows. Chapter 6. The truth behind squamous cell carcinoma. Let's be clear, David Roach's condition is no joke. Squamous cell carcinoma, particularly in the head, neck and throat, is one of the most aggressive cancers known to medicine. It doesn't wait, it doesn't pause, and if not caught early, it spreads to the lungs, spine and brain in record time. The symptoms he experienced, difficulty swallowing, high fever, and severe coughing, suggest complications have already begun. According to cancer specialists, once the cancer reaches this stage, survival rates drop below 25%. Hospice care becomes common. Patients often lose their ability to speak or eat. That could explain the silence. David Roach may no longer be able to speak. Or worse, he may no longer be conscious. Chapter 7. Leaks from inside. Anonymous hospital staff speak out. While no one from Roach's official circle has spoken, 2 unconfirmed insiders at the hospital have reportedly shared disturbing details. One anonymous nurse claimed, "We were told not to discuss his condition, but I'll say this. He hasn't had a visitor in over 4 days. That's not normal." Another insider added, "He's been moved to a secure, no-access wing. That only happens when a high-profile patient is nearing end-of-life care." Of course, these statements remain unverified, but in the absence of official truth, whispers become the only voice. Chapter 8. Industry silence, or strategy. Why would his team hide the truth? One theory is branding. Junkyard was working on a final reunion album before David's diagnosis. Sources close to the production team say the album is 90% complete. If he dies now, they'll make millions, says a former record label executive. But if they announce it too soon, it derails everything. Timing is everything. Another possibility? Legal pressure. A significant portion of David's royalties, image rights, and merchandise profits may be entangled in a contract that shifts upon death. His passing could trigger lawsuits, frozen assets, or halted production deals. So maybe, just maybe, it's not just grief holding back the truth, it's money. Chapter 9, Jennifer's disappearance. A pain too great or a story too dark? Jennifer, David's fiancée, was the voice of strength early on. She posted hospital selfies, prayer requests, even medical updates. But since June 26, nothing. No posts, no interviews, not even stories. And fans are noticing. Some believe she's too overwhelmed with grief. Others suspect she's under gag order by the label or family. But a growing online theory suggests something darker, that Jennifer may be sitting beside David's hospital bed, as machines slowly keep him alive, and she's waiting for the right time to say goodbye. Chapter 10. What if he's already gone? Let's ask the question no one wants to say out loud. What if David Roach is already gone? It's not impossible. Celebrities have had their deaths hidden for days, sometimes even weeks, while families and companies coordinate PR, contracts, and legacy moves. Remember, Prince's death was delayed before being announced. Avicii's passing was silent for 48 hours. Chadwick Boseman's cancer was never even made public until after he died. If it happened before, it can happen again. And David Roach, as much as we love him, isn't just a person anymore. He's a brand, a legacy, a product. And products are marketed, even in death. Chapter 11. The fans deserve better. Whether David is still fighting for life or already resting in peace, the truth remains. Fans deserve the truth. They've supported his music. They've raised over $30,000 in donations for his care. They've kept his name trending on social media, while the mainstream ignores him. And still, silence. The same fans who bought every album, attended every show, and tattooed lyrics on their skin, now sit in the dark, praying for a voice, any voice, to break the silence. Chapter 12. A legacy bigger than death. No matter what the truth is, one thing is certain. David Roach will never be forgotten. His songs, gritty, broken, loud, unapologetic, spoke to a generation of misfits who needed something real. He was real. Not polished, not perfect, just human. And whether his story ends in this hospital room or carries on through recovery, one thing will remain. He taught the world how to survive, even when it hurts. Chapter 13. What comes next? Here's what we know. David Roach hasn't been seen publicly since late June. No official updates have been issued since his hospitalization. Fans are growing restless. The silence is no longer respectful, it's suspicious. What's coming next? Either a tragic announcement that will shake the music world, or a miracle comeback that defies all odds. But in the absence of clarity, speculation becomes reality. And the longer this blackout continues, the more we'll believe this might really be goodbye. Chapter 14. Final words from a fan's heart. David, if you're out there, still breathing, still fighting, know this. We hear you, even in silence, even in shadow. We're waiting, we're praying, we're hoping this isn't the end. But if it is, thank you. Thank you for screaming when we couldn't. Thank you for surviving so long. Thank you for never faking a single note. And thank you for teaching us how to say goodbye.